Eastlake High School's chorus made another trip to the Big Apple recently, performing at the famed Carnegie Hall. It was another in the series of big league performances for the Eagles musicians, under the directions of Robert Knabel, who himself has a history of off-campus performances.
I played in the Largo High School Band of Gold with Robert Cotter. Robert Cotter was at Largo High School from 1968 to 1980. I played in the band from 1972 to 1974 and was part of the first group that went to Europe. There were, of course, 2 European trips in 74, 78. Bob Cotter served in World War II under George S. Patton, so he was an incredible leader. And so a lot of my inspiration came from that. My thing that drives me is I want my students now to experience what I experienced 45 years ago in high school. When we came into the band room, we were excited, we knew we had to work, and I want my students to have that as well. This particular program here, this chorus program, is extremely focused and extremely disciplined. There's no shenanigans tolerated. We have a lot of work to do. We're getting ready to go on the stage at Carnegie Hall for our 7th time since I've been here. And we have no room for error or mistakes right now. Every day must be used wisely. So the students are expected to be extremely focused and extremely disciplined. And as a result of that, they're able to accomplish pretty incredible things. But it all comes down to, I say to my students all the time, don't do your best in performance if you didn't do your best in rehearsal. It's the day-to-day grind of rehearsals, just like a sports team. You got to practice. And so every day they come in here and we practice hard. So the focus and the discipline, and I would say also the sense of ownership that the kids have. They take tremendous pride in what they're doing here. They know they're a part of a winner. They know they're a part of a winner, and they don't want to drop the ball on that. And so they all feel that need to carry on this tradition of excellence that we've established. I have a very basic belief that high school students are capable of doing incredible things, but you have to show them how. And that means you need to challenge them, you need to push them. And we do that with a very, very, very ambitious schedule of activities in the program. Basically, we just jump from one activity to the next. So it's all about timing. We don't want to overwhelm them and set them up for failure, but we also don't want to coddle them and make it too easy. So we have a very ambitious production schedule. February 8th, we're going to be putting 3 groups and 5 vocal soloists in front of our first round of judging for solo ensemble MPAs. That's February 8th. Then we're taking 70 kids to New York to sing in Carnegie Hall. We'll be leaving February 15th, coming back on the 19th. Hopefully they stay healthy, because on February 26th, we're putting an unprecedented 5 choirs in front of judges for the Chorus MPA Festival. We've been taking 4. This year, the kids are doing so well, we're taking 5 choirs. So, as I say to my students right now, we are in the grinder. Every day they are coming in here and having to rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. The reason I love it here at Eastlake High School, it's an absolutely incredible school, in an incredible area, with an incredible administration, incredible parents, and an incredible community that supports us in everything we do. The community support of the Eastlake High School chorus program is next to none. In my experience doing these trips, I find that many times the high school portion is a little bit too easy. And if you're going to raise all this money and go to New York, you may as well challenge them. So I always put my students on what's called the Masterwork series, which is where the colleges are. So when my students sing on the stage at Carnegie Hall, they'll be surrounded with college students. So they have to function on the college level. And for me as an educator, that's a great way to prepare these kids for college. Any kid that wants to go on a trip with Eastlake High School is allowed to go. We are not allowed to deny kids a trip because they don't have money. The less money kids have, the more fundraising they have to do. We meet with the parents at the very beginning of the year, and we express to parents, we don't care what your financial status is. Your child can go on the trip depending on how much fundraising you want them to do. Okay, so all the kids fundraise.
Well, there's a lot of tag days, which is just standing around asking for money, of course. I think that's the best way. But we've also done like karaoke nights at Varsity Club. We used to sell candy and do Yankee Candle fundraisers. And this year we did also Snap Raise, which is an online thing, but that's over. That happened at the beginning of the year. I went to New York my freshman year, and I actually came to Eastlake for the chorus program. I'm technically out of county, but I applied and I got in here. And when I found out that they did trips like this, I knew that I had to do every single one of them that I possibly could. No matter the financial situation, I would fundraise whatever I could. So I did it my freshman year, and I had the most amazing time ever. And then I did the trip our sophomore year, which was to Universal as a competition. And last year I went to San Francisco. And this year I'm going to New York because there is no way I wasn't. It has really improved me as a musician more than I thought I could ever improve. And it's an incredible experience. And it's not only just fulfilling like as a musician, but it's really fun to be with all your closest friends in a new place in the big city. It's great.
I just thought it'd be a really fun experience. I mean, of course, it's really nice to sing in front of all these people at such a great place that has a lot of history, and it's very prestigious. But it's also just something that you could add to, things that happen in your life, and it's a really cool thing to happen to me, honestly. So. I'm hoping to be an actor one day, but we'll see how that works because you got to go through college first, and then you got to do all kinds of auditions in either New York or LA. But it's all about booking gigs, I guess. So we're doing Hello Dolly here at Eastlake, and then I was also in the fall production of All My Sons here. It's probably one of my favorite experiences from high school. I really enjoyed All My Sons.
I don't know if I'm going to make it my major. I'm completely undecided, but I'm going to definitely at least be in the chorus program at whatever university I go to, because I can't give up on music.
While Mr. Knable is deeply involved with his students and their success, he has some talented assistants in getting the job done. It's not always all about music at Eastlake. It's also about people and their personal lives.
I really enjoyed the program and what it gave to the kids. The kids get so much out of the program. They're given opportunities to travel. They're given a lot of responsibility, a lot of chances to grow. Academically, they're held to a higher standard. They're just given just a lot of opportunity. I've spent a lot of time in the school system. When my kids were in elementary school, I started working in schools. The only way to really know your kids and who their friends are is to be around them all the time. That way you know who your kids are, who their friends are, and really get to be in their life. Now I'm just a part of 300 kids' lives. A lot of our kids actually call us their school mom and dad. That's what we've actually become, is we're their mom and dad away from home. Whenever they have a problem, and we actually kind of play those traditional roles in a way. Whenever you have a mom problem, they come and run to me. It's like they need help with, they have a school problem or a family problem even. They have that confidence that they can come talk to me and know that what they say to me stays with me when it's appropriate, and that when they need somebody to really talk to, that they can reach out and I can hook them up with the right person. And then, he plays dad when it's, they need that dad figure. It's like, okay, let's go talk to Mr. Knable, It's like, okay, they need some help, and it's not a mom thing, it's a dad thing. Let's, so we play that role here too. My soul is a witness for my Lord.
Our congratulations to everyone involved at Eastlake High School.